Kilted
Tilted
balls.
balls.
Woo! Hey,
Yeah.
welcome back, friends. I think that theme song gets better every time except for one. So
I agree. I agree
I
with
think
that.
it's getting good, getting good. And we should probably like do some kind of a contract for jingles, or maybe start, selling people our awesome theme song. I think people would like to listen to that on the radio if it was a little longer.
I think you're right. We could have some future. I mean, do we want to spend all of our time making jingles though?
No, not at all.
We
Not
get
at all.
bored.
I would get bored for sure. So, tons of stuff I think to chat about today, right?
Tons of awesome stuff to chat about. I'm gonna have to go glasses free today.
Yeah, I like it. Look at you looking young again. Look at that.
Wow.
I got myself trimmed up.
I know. Look at that. You got your yearly haircut. You got to be feeling good right now.
I tell you what, I woke up Sunday and I had a bad hair day, and I was like, oh, I guess it has to get cut. I'm not
Time to
allowed
do
to
it.
have bad hair days. So it's gone. It's gone.
That is awesome.
Oh, so the first big thing that you don't know about because you don't pay attention, right?
I've been busy
So
today.
you've been busy. Have you ever heard of generative dungeons? Is that what it's called? Generative dungeons? Yes, no?
That sounds familiar, actually.
Yeah, so I had not really heard of it, and I didn't think much of it, but somebody on the 8.1 was like, I'm having a contest with my generative dungeon. I'm gonna give away a free Sunny, whoever gets the high score at the end of like whatever, 5 days a week, whatever, on their dungeon. And I thought it was just like a dungeon they made and it was some project. But what I found out is it's an NFT.
Actually, that doesn't look familiar. I don't know if I have heard of that.
Yeah. And so like they're all obviously sold out, they're older, but like if you go to OpenSea, like there's all these different dungeons, right? If they load on my screen, I don't know if they'll load. There you go. Right.
Yeah.
So all these
Oh,
dungeons.
sweet. Look at your little guy and everything.
Yeah. And so you can like get different guys, there's different rarities with it. There's like leaderboards. I found out I'm on the leaderboard, but like I can click and play this right now. So like
So
look,
it's like
see
the
my,
mannequin where you could play on anyone's stuff.
yeah, you can play on anyone's stuff. And so like there's the stairs to go down, but let me see if I can like find a monster here for us. But like it's old school, like almost Zelda-ish, right? Oh, there's the
Is
guy.
that an orc? What button do you check?
Troll.
You just push
You
against
just push
them?
it towards him. Yeah. Look, and so I
Okay.
killed him. Oh, there's another. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
That looks
Right.
like a super yeti.
Yeah, like so why is the super AI not doing that? That's actually no. But then you go down and like this one has 154 levels. The one I was in had 46 levels is what he had it set for, right?
Okay.
And see, like you get your different
Oh,
levels and
nice.
stuff.
That
Right.
looks sweet. And I just got 4.4 ETH in my wallet.
Did you really?
Because I cashed out more of my looks rewards.
Oh, nice, nice. I almost don't have that in my wallet.
I might have to buy one of those. That's sweet.
Yeah, and so like if I like finish this board and like see how there's different levels and went to their website, like I'd be on the leaderboard or whatever. Like it has all the dungeons that exist, leaderboards, it has whatever. Oh, somehow
How'd
I
you die?
died. I have no idea. I died on this one last time here, right? So I could go to like the leaderboard. This is for this thing, right? So there I am. I'm number 2 on this.
Awesome.
And see, I have 2 losses. Nobody's won it. Nobody's really played. Like, look, I've almost got their high score. But then there's like the actual web page here has its leaderboard too.
Okay.
None of this is the point of the story, right?
Okay.
But anyway, I can go here and be like,
part of the story.
look up Ball Buster, right?
Mm-hmm.
And look, see, there I am, number 680.
Nice.
Right. And if you're wondering, like, if I just type in ball, look, there's people who are like 8.8 thousand ranked. So,
But they're not as
I'm in
serious as you
the
are,
top
for sure.
10% for sure.
You
Top
are
10%.
rule.
Well, so so anyway, they had that on there and I played it once and I died like in the first level, right? And I'm like, that's kind of a fun little game. And then like I played it again and died. And then our power went out the other day. Like Cal and I were playing it and we were in the middle of a game and it went out. And I was like, yeah, that's dumb. And last night I'm sitting here and somebody posted the dungeon. And I didn't think it was a clear thing. I thought that it was, remember, I didn't know it was an NFT. So
Yeah.
I thought like every time you did a new level, it generated a new level forever. So I was like, oh, you can like actually beat it. That's weird. And then somebody like 10 minutes later was like, oh yeah, I beat it too. Cool. And they were 1 2. I'm like, that's cool. I'm like, I didn't know you could do that. So I got on and played it. And like, I don't know, level 10 or 11, I look and it's like 10:30. And I'm like, I'll play for another half hour or until I die. And then when I hit like level 25 or 26, I like looked at the clock and it was midnight. And I was like,
that is awesome.
well, I'm past halfway. I should just keep going till I die. So I don't know. I finished last night around 1:20, 1:30, and I finished the dungeon.
That's
right?
awesome.
And by the time I got to like level 40, so before level 40, I was like clearing the dungeon. Like I would go around the entire floor, kill all the monsters, sometimes multiple times, right? Because vampires respawn and Phoenix respawn the dungeon I was in.
Yeah.
But so if they were as a vampire, maybe I'd kill them 2 or 3 times. But anyway, would go through the floor, then I would go up a level. When I hit like around level 40, I'm like, I'm just too tired for this. I'm just going through the dungeon. So I'm just like running through the dungeon at that point, finding the stairs and going on. And I get done and I'm like, oh, cool. I finished the dungeon too. So I took like a screenshot and I posted it on the Discord and was just like, hey, thanks. That was cool. I go, I might have to play it again because I'm not in first. I was like in second, I think.
Okay.
And the person who was in first had played it. They had won it once and they had played it, I don't know, like 22 times or something, right? 30 times. And mine, I had won it once and played it 3 times. And so I was like, oh, my total score was like, it wasn't half of his score, but it was probably close to about half that person's score.
Yeah.
And so I was like, dang it. I'm like, I might have to do it again and then I'll catch this person, And so I was like, I have to play it so I can get the high score. And they're like, it's per attempt. They're like, you're way in the lead.
Oh, it's per attempt. That is awesome.
So it's whatever your best run is. And so my best run was better than like everybody else's by a lot. And so like today at some point, so like Gradient's got on there and was like, hey, I think I'm going to do this, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, well, it's got 10 minutes left. And she's like, oh, so like at 10 minutes, is it just like, ends or whatever? They're like, nope, it just won't count if you don't finish. She's like, oh, he's like, well, who's gonna win? They're like, ball buster. He's way ahead.
So you got a new Sunny or a new oh, that's awesome, Sunny. I thought you said Sunny earlier.
I got a new Sunny with a little gangster hat. See the gangster hat?
That is an awesome gangster hat.
Yep, a new gangster hat. So yeah, I was pretty geeked. I was like, that's like when I was playing it, I wasn't playing it for the Sunny, right?
Yeah.
Like I was just playing it because I wanted to play it. And I almost told the guy, don't do this. Like, don't give it to me, give it to somebody else.
Yeah.
Right. But then I was like, it's a Sunny.
Heck yeah, that is super awesome.
I'm like, I want it. So this, by the way, is whose dungeon it was and who gave me the Sunny. So this is NFT Olson, if you're looking on the 8.1 Discord.
Okay.
He's an unsung hero on there, and he has his own podcast.
Oh, awesome. Have you listened to it at all?
I was gonna listen to it today. So I realized he had one, and then like when I clicked his name, it's in his about me, and I was like, oh. So, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to. And you can see one of the things we've talked about a lot is staking. And
Yep.
so his episode 11 is NFT staking. So I'm like, I'm gonna have to listen to that. So huge shout out to NFT Olson, Leaf Olson, for making that awesome dungeon for the 8.1 to play in, and
Yeah.
for helping me learn about generative dungeons. And we're excited to listen to your podcast. It's called the NFT Report if you are listening and not viewing it. So if you're bored of the Kilted Balls podcast, head on over and get the NFT Report to listen.
Need another fix? No, that's
Yeah.
cool. I'll have to pull him up tomorrow as well.
Yeah. Like I said, I haven't listened to him, people. So if he's awful, I so apologize. But I'm gonna listen to it tomorrow. Kilted will listen to it, and we'll let you know. So yeah, so that was the cool thing. I accidentally won a contest today and got myself a free Sunny, and pretty sweet Sunny at that. So
that is awesome. So I in Twitter today, I almost tagged, because it was more you than us, but I almost tagged us because someone tweeted like, oh, does anyone ever win the like, share, retweet thing? I
yeah.
was gonna say, well, Kilted Balls, we won one, but I didn't.
You totally should have. You should have
I
for
know.
sure.
Oh, well, I wasn't sure if I should have said we or my friend, but yeah, I guess it would have been a we, but tag you and then tag offer one. I'll have to find it.
One of the reasons I kept this Sunny, like instead of saying no, give it to somebody else, is I thought we can use it as a giveaway if we wanted to. No, I'm not saying we should, right? But I think paying it forward is always good.
And that's something easier than on a different network that we don't know how to do.
Yes, so much easier. So much easier. Right.
I might have to get one of those dungeons. I see
Oh
on
my
Looksrare
gosh.
the floor is 0.43.
Well, you saw how fast I pulled it up on OpenSea. I might have been looking at them a little bit.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
They're pretty cool. They're pretty cool. So kind of excited about that. But yeah. What else you got for us, Kilted?
Well, I haven't done much in the NFT world. Actually, I lie. I was looking a little bit because I mean, I can't, we talked about this. I just have to say it again. Like the decision that I made when I first sold my Looks Rare, I used it to get Gala like instantly. I wasn't paying attention to it. I was just like, okay, cool. They're giving me free money. Like this looks good. It doesn't look like it's a scam, and I'm going to do it. Right. And then I started looking at it and started doing everything. And I'm like, well, I'm really missing out on this. So I've gone in pretty heavy, as I was talked about. I can't remember if it was the last episode or last week, but anyways, it's been awesome. I mean, I'm looking there more, I'm using it more, but just the rewards I'm getting, and every couple of days to be able to pull a half a ETH off. And
I really wanted you to talk about that.
I thought we just talked about it, so I didn't want it to be too boring.
Well, we did, but his episode 11 was on staking. And so my first real experience with staking, like legitimately, I've done staking here and there a little bit, but it is with Looksrare. And I figured out tonight, I was telling my wife, I'm like, so right now I haven't put a ton of money in.
Yeah.
I transferred that Algorand, right?
Yep.
That was annoying me. Too. And I transferred my Bitcoin over. So things that were in my wallet, just hanging out, just waiting. Like I had no intentions of selling either of those anytime soon. The Algorand I bought purposely to stake. Yep. But the staking mechanism changed. We've talked about that. And the Bitcoin I just got because I thought Bitcoin is cool and because it comes from the miner. Yeah. So it's just been coming in from the miner. And so I thought, this is dumb. Let me switch it over to the other. And I know I'm not cool like you are, but it's bringing in $20 a day right now.
That's awesome. That's super awesome.
Right. $20 a day. But
you also haven't taken your whole retirement and put it in there like I did.
Right. But and that's my thing is that I'm not, it was money that was just sitting there doing nothing anyway. Yeah. And I've thought about that with others. The only reason I'm not taking a lot of the others out is I don't want to I want to stay diversified. I think that's important.
Yeah.
That being said, like Amy was like, it's really awesome. And I'm like, right. It's super
Mhm.
awesome. I'm like, and we've got money chilling right now
Mhm.
because that's what we do. And I'm like, I really think it would make sense to take a chunk of that money that's doing nothing.
Mhm.
I shouldn't say that. I think it's earning 0.2%.
There you go. That's per
I'm like,
year, not per
yeah,
hour. Okay.
yeah, not per hour. I don't think so. I'm like, you know, I haven't put any money into this. It's all money that's been chilling anyway. And I'm
Yeah.
like, what if I doubled that? That's no skin off our nose to double it with the cash.
Mhm.
And then I'm bringing in 40 a day. And full disclosure, I always think things like this are awesome
Mhm.
if they're bringing in 100 a day.
Yeah. Well, that's what we talked about early on with the Town Star. The Town Star
Yeah.
was, for me, was bringing in 100 a day.
Well, and I
Not
think
now, but
no, but it's still bringing in a more amount. And when Townstar goes back up,
yeah,
it'll be that.
I'm not selling any Town Star for 8 cents, which it
Right.
is right now. It's
So you may not
I
be
don't need
bringing
to.
in $100 a day right now, but when you decide to sell it, it'll be equivalent to $100 a
Yeah.
day.
Yeah. Well, the cool thing too, and I don't remember exactly when I bought my looks. I want to say it was, most of it that I bought was in the dollar 50 range. So it is up. I mean, it's 173 right now. So it's up considerably, which is cool too. Like
Yeah.
that's just the added bonus because I'm getting looks every day and I'm getting wrapped teeth every day and I'm using this different platform. So
Well, and that's, I kind of want to use the Looks Rare platform. Or here's the big reason why, if listeners are wondering, why do I focus on 100 a day? And 100 a day has kind of always been my thing. It's my thing when I'm doing shows, right? Like a show has to make me 100 a day. If
mhm.
I'm doing the licorice or whatever, I automatically consider it a bust show. Everybody has their different metrics for life.
Yeah.
Mine is 100, and where 100 kind of comes from, just generically, right? Like right now, what we're talking about is if you're doing 100 a day, you're making 36.5 a year. That's about a new teacher's salary in the state.
Mm-hmm.
A little off, right? But it's about, so in other words, it's about the salary of a person getting out of college right now
Mm-hmm.
for not doing anything. So it's basically your pension.
Yeah.
And then obviously, if you're compounding it,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Makes a huge difference.
it's huge. And so that's why I'm like looking at that going, okay, it's at 20 right now. Can I flip another bit, make it 40? That's going to start compounding faster. And can I get it
Mm-hmm.
up to that magical 100 a day?
Mm-hmm.
Because I think once you're at 100 a day, you're feeling pretty good about life, right?
Yeah. Well, that's like when I'm pulling my wrapped ETH out a few weeks ago, I was converting it to looks right away and putting it right back in. And
Yes.
then the last couple times I've moved it to my trading account, which we've talked about quite a bit. And I'm using that for my swing trading. But
Right.
today I'm just like I wanted to get more looks, but I'm like, I have a ton. I mean, I don't have too many. You can never have too many of anything, but the price has gone up quite a bit.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll look at some NFTs. So I was looking at Lazy Lions some more. I have one of those. I was looking at the nonconformist ducks, the sup ducks. These are projects. I'm not a part of sup duck right now, but I had bought and sold one in the past.
Right.
And these I'm just seeing them, like I was debating on getting another deadhead and just staking that because my deadheads are just staked. Like I don't even have access to them. I've just
I
staked them
guess I
right on
didn't
the
realize you
website.
could stake them. Should Kilted Balls stake their deadhead?
Yeah, if we're not planning on selling it at all.
Well, it's our Kilted Balls one, right? It's sitting in
Yeah.
our Kilted Balls wallet,
Hmm.
probably doing nothing.
Probably doing nothing. So
What
I
do you
just
get for it when you stake it?
I don't remember. I don't know if it's much, honestly. I just remembered I did it because it helped the project and
Yeah,
I think it could be snagged on a show, something something silly like that. But yeah,
something silly.
if you go to the Deadheads website, it's on there and it tells you I don't remember now. I've had it staked for, I think we talked about it on that episode that day that I did
Maybe.
it.
Well, I think maybe I should stake Calliums. I'm not going
Yeah.
to sell Calliums.
Yeah. I think I staked it for 3 years. Like I committed to 3 years on it.
Okay. Wow, that's a huge staking commitment.
Yeah. But while you're looking that up and talking about some of this stuff, did you see the new vote on the VeeFriends DAO? And what do you
No,
think of it?
I didn't. I was looking. It's funny that you say that because as my brain kicks back on and I have time, I
Mhm.
started going through my Discord today going, okay, who haven't I been paying attention to? So the one I looked at today in the last hour was Zen Academy because I'm part of Zen Academy.
Okay.
They've got some big projects they're kind of looking at right now. And I was like, oh man. Next one I need to look at is the VeeDAO. So like that was my next in line to look at, but I haven't. So what's up with the VeeDAO?
So I don't know what folder it's in. Let me see, because I saw it on my phone really quick, but my snapshot voting. So yeah, they're trying to decide, I guess. Oh, there it is. So they're trying to decide if they want to they want to try to stock up on Series 2 VeeFriends.
Okay.
So people have suggested that they buy a bunch of book games, thus getting more chances to get Series 2.
Okay.
And then use, any of those whitelists they get in to be able to buy them, planning to 2 to 4x what's in the current wallet. So the question though is whether it should be 80% of the vault's funds. So they're talking about taking 33 ETH, buying book games for the chance, because each of the book games, I forget what the chance was. It was 20 some percent, if I remember correctly, don't quote me, to get a V2 and then to mint all the V2s they can, which are going to go up. I was like, I don't know if I do that as a person, but I'm like, wait a second, if I'm only concentrating on Gary V stuff, on VeeFriends, I think that would be it. I'm going to vote yes, personally.
They're not using the whole thing.
Well, no, because you have to keep money because you still have to mint the Series 2. You don't get them for free. You just get on the whitelist.
Wow. How many Series 2 are there going to be?
50,000. But
they're 1,000 each, right?
No, because everyone with the Series 1 gets one. The book games is a certain percentage, and there's a whole breakdown to where they're all going, and then 10,000 of them are going to be minted.
And that's what they're going to get.
No, they're hoping to get whitelisted with
that would be the
book
10,000. That'd be the 10,000 minted.
Nope, the 10,000 minted are just the straight up 10,000 minted. The book games are as a separate set, or not a separate set, a separate amount. I'm pretty sure it's 55,000 out of all of the Series 2. Everyone with the Series 1 gets one. Like the book games get so many, I forget the breakdown. 10,000 of them are here, and then I forget there's another little section over here for some.
I'm trying to see if I can find the breakdown really quick, people, so we can tell you about it.
What? So this goes back to the episode where I know the basics, and okay, 10,255 go to Series 1 holders.
Okay.
32,000 for the friends list.
For the friends list, what's the friends list?
I don't know yet. 10,000 general mint. 3,300 are the 15 new characters required burning book games. So the 32,000, those are some of the book game giveaways. There's some other things as well. Friends list mint. Yeah, some of the book games that they're giving away. Maybe it was, maybe all 32,000 is because you get it. Maybe it's 33% because aren't there 100,000 book games? So if they give away,
There's a lot of games.
if a third of the book games gets on the friends list, I think that's what it is. Now that I'm looking at these numbers again.
But you found the numbers?
Yeah, they're right on the what is series 2 on the VeeFriends Discord. Under series 2 education.
I'm on the VeeFriends website. Oops.
So yeah, that's it. That it's all coming back. So yeah,
Okay.
so there's basically 100,000 book games. A third of them are going to get on the friends list to mint the series 2.
Either way, big supply.
So they are thinking if we spend 80% to buy more book games,
Yes.
then we should have a 30% chance to get whitelisted and buy as many of those as we can. And then those are going to 2 to 4x and they can put more money in the DAO.
So the total amount of ETH they're going to invest is 33 ETH.
Which would be a crazy sweeping of that floor.
Right. And then out of that crazy sweeping of that floor, they're hoping 10% of those allow them to buy
Mm-hmm.
a thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So out of that 33, I'm just doing rough math here. So out of that 33 ETH, 3.3 ETH worth, they'll get VeeFriends 2,
Mm-hmm.
which they are then hoping to 2 to 4x. So let's 4x it. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, they'll have 13 ETH.
Yeah.
They spent 33 ETH.
Mm-hmm. But you have all those book games.
You don't have to burn them.
No, you can burn them. That's the last set. That's to get a new character. To get a new character, one of the 15 new characters, you have to burn book games to get the new character.
Oh, okay. So then you're still going to have the book games.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's not as bad then. So you're going to get 13 ETH. So you're basically doing a 10%, not counting what you spent.
What do you mean you're doing a 10%?
That's what your gain would be, right? Is 10%, or would it be 30%? Math is hard.
I don't understand what you're asking. So if you
If they did what they're suggesting,
okay.
and they sold all of the V2 friends.
Okay, here let's do it for real math. So
Okay.
let's say right now they have 33.48 ETH, which is, I don't know if this is great podcasting or not. I think it is. I think it's interesting.
It's interesting. So we got
29.58.
No, you don't have to change it to dollars. Keep it in ETH. We can all think in ETH here. If you can't think in ETH,
No, you need
listening.
dollars because VeeFriends 2 are going to be in dollars.
Oh, they are? Okay.
Yep. So that's basically $100,000.
Okay, so we got $100,000.
Book games this second, which that would change. Book games this second are 0.4, but I would bet the average would be like 0.5. That's the unknown.
Book games are 0.4 right now, or 0.04?
The floor is 0.397. So
I might sell my book games.
You're like, where are you? You're 15th from the floor right now for the kind candor.
I'm still listed?
Yeah, it's still listed.
Yes, I didn't know. Normally I do everything on a 3-day listing.
So let's just say it's 0.5 ETH to make nice round numbers. So we divide that in half, right?
Wait, no.
Yes.
Why?
Because I already turned it into dollars. So if we're dividing it by 0.5 ETH, so you're just dividing that in half. Does
No,
that make sense?
no, because one's dollars and the other one's ETH.
But I already multiplied it by what ETH is right now.
If you've got $100,000
Mhm.
and you're spending 1,500, right? Per thing. Is that what you're saying? That takes it, and what the hell did my calculator just do? That takes it to 66 book games tokens you would get. Is that what you wanted to know?
I didn't do that step yet. Okay, so 66 book game tokens. Okay, perfect. So a third of those will win. So then you're at, let's say 20.
22.
Okay.
Okay.
So how much ETH do they have left? They have, under this plan, 41.85.
Well, how much are the V Friends 2 selling for?
$1,000. So they're going to have
Okay.
8.37 ETH times 29.60. So they'll be able to.
This is when math is ugly, when you're switching from ETH to dollars.
But
to
you
book
have to. You
games.
need dollars. You need dollars to buy the V Friends. So they could buy 20, 24, 25 V Friends Series 2.
Right.
So then they're saying that they're planning it to double or quadruple that. But then they still have all the book games.
So they've got 22, we said they could buy.
22 V Friends.
Right. For $1,000 each, right? And then they're going to multiply that 4x. So now they've got $88,000. Right.
And
If they
66
sell them
book
all.
games.
And they've got 66 book games,
approximately,
which they've already spent on, and we're going to assume they're the same price as they are right now. So that's a wash.
Yep, that's a wash.
So they've made 88,000.
88,000 divided by 29.60.
Why 29.60?
That's what ETH is right now.
Because you want to put back in ETH. Wouldn't it have been easier to just do it all in ETH to begin with? You'd have had to only change the $1,000 would have been the only thing to change to ETH. Instead, you've changed 7 different ETHs to dollars.
we have to be careful.
Listen,
we don't miss
people,
anything.
this is what happens when you aren't fully committed to being a degen. He thinks he's all in the crypto life. He's still thinking in dollars. Still thinking in dollars. Hey, so anyway, it's 27.
I knew we were going to run it. I knew we were going to run into to $1,000. So I was just trying to make it easier for our listeners.
Yeah. So it's 27 ETH. You want to make it easier for our listeners? People, you can rewind. I think I said around 30 ETH is what they were going to make. So I'm really glad we just went through all the math.
So that's if they 2x it.
No, that was if they 4x'd.
Okay. Interesting.
So they made 30, and so they basically doubled their money.
No, they spent 33.
Right, they spent 33.
Oh,
they made 30.
They cleared 30. I'm sorry. Right. I thought you meant they
doubled their money if they can still sell their book games tokens for what they paid for them. If the floor doesn't go out. But book games are forever.
Book games are forever, and possibly they burn some of those book games to get some of the new characters.
So if you are in the VeeDAO, Kilted and I both are in the VeeDAO, might be a worthwhile project.
I voted yes.
Well, the big thing is they're going to control a big stake in the book games, and they'll control a good stake of, well, good stake, but they'll control a good number of V-Friend 2s.
Yeah, that's true.
So they can help mitigate floor with that kind of a thing, right? You don't release them all at once.
Yeah, for sure.
But they're going to be ETH poor fast.
Yes.
this will use up all the funds.
Hmm.
Not that we're getting any of those funds.
I'm trying to buy as many series 2 as I can personally.
I mean, I would probably buy one. Like if they put me on the white list, I would probably do that.
Yeah, that's
Right.
really what I need to be saving my 0.4 for each month. I need to be saving it for my series 2B friends. That's true.
How many are you going to get to? How many book games do you still got?
I think I have 30 book games.
Okay, so you should, what'd you say? It was 10%?
30%.
30%. So you should be able to get 10 of them.
Hmm.
So $10,000.
And then I mean, I only have 3 of my series 1 left. So
I was worried the other day. I was like, is he all out of series ones?
no, people keep on asking me about my compassionate catfish. Although I do need to look that up.
What else do you have besides you got the goats, the catfish?
Yep. Well, yeah, technically I have 4, 2 goats, catfish, and the lava optimistic otter.
Yeah, and you're not getting rid of the lava otter, right?
Mm-mm.
Oh, good. I would think you were silly if you got rid of the otter.
I mean, I had it listed at one time, I think for 50, but now the 50 is scary. I think someone might take me up on that.
Yeah, I don't think you should sell it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Are you
So
giving me financial
are you
advice?
gonna have an extra ticket to VCon?
I
That's what the
will.
audience wants to know.
Mhm. I was actually debating on, I'm really like highly debating on just doing like a giveaway for a ticket.
I meant an extra one for me.
Oh yeah, you already earmarked for one.
Oh yes.
You're
Amy
staying
said
in
the
my
other day,
hotel with me, aren't you?
I told Amy the other day, she was like, man, that weekend's gonna be really, really rough. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna be going. And she's like, I thought you guys had it set up so you have a ticket. I'm like, yeah, but he's keeps selling his V friends and he just got an offer for his catfish, which means nothing to her. Like she doesn't know what that means, but I was like,
Yeah.
he might be all out of them. He might be gone.
I don't think that Gina's gonna be able to make it. So we at least will have the 2 goats.
Why is she not gonna go?
I think it'd just be super difficult. I mean, maybe
Yeah,
I
I
really
wondered
hope
that
she
the other
can.
day.
I really hope she can. It'd be awesome. But
Well, my brother lives there again now. Well, an hour out of town, but
yeah. Yeah, I have 30. I finally loaded.
nice. Yay. I have one, but it's listed for sale.
I have 5 clears, which I'm open to burning to get a new character. So if that's an option, I'm not sure, but I'll see.
Did you say it's at 2,900 right now?
ETH, yeah.
So if it sells for 0.4, I don't know what I have it listed at.
0.432, I think it was.
I need to do it like this. So if you guys remember, the thing with book games was you had to buy Gary V's book and you got book games. You had to buy a ton of them. So I have a box right next to me of Gary V books. I think they're yours.
Yeah, I got rid of all mine.
But anyway, I think if that sold, I would have 4 or 5x my money.
That's awesome.
That's not bad. A 4 or 5x.
So
And I got a shit ton of books.
yeah, that was, I mean, that's still, I think anything. I mean, people are talking about this like on Twitter and stuff. I mean, I've drank all the Gary juice, and if you're trying to make money and just do some quick flips, I mean, even or a long-term hold, anything that Gary is doing is going to be really, really good. I think so.
I mean, he seems to be doing pretty well.
So I didn't realize my compassionate catfish was still listed on LooksRare for 21.
What's the floor?
I don't know, but it's an epic.
What did that guy offer you?
So this was the other guy never offered me anything. He asked what I'd take for it. And on OpenSea, it's 30. So I said 25. But
Nice.
someone today wrote me and said, oh, we can do it on whatever program it is, and it doesn't pay the royalties. And I'm gonna write back and be like, why shouldn't Gary get his 10%? Like, why would I go around that?
Right. Like I'm
Like,
okay if you're doing it not using OpenSea, not paying OpenSea, dirt.
yeah,
But that's the artist's royalties. That's kind of the whole point of the NFTs.
I agree. I agree 1000%. So
Times
that's
where I
not,
think there's times where I don't want people to get the royalties, like rug pullers,
yeah, I agree with that.
but others,
Yeah, a successful collection, no. And especially, I mean, I'm a fan. To me, that's taking, if I were to sell it for the 21 or whatever he was, whatever he was offering, because he's like, oh, well, you would only get this much. But like, no, that's taking money directly from Gary's wallet in my book. People
yes,
do it all the time. I'm not judging. People can do whatever they want. And they can get, everyone's in a different situation and has
people
different
don't pay
values.
taxes all the time.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't mind paying taxes. I'm trying to pay 7 figures in taxes, but that means, I mean, I'm not going to take all the advantages that I can take. I'm not gonna, not follow rules and things that are set up for business owners as myself to take advantage of
Yes.
that stuff. So
No,
I
I
still
mean they're
shoot
there
for that.
for a reason.
Yep.
It's not taking advantage. They're there for a reason, and
Exactly.
so
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
what it
That's
is.
different.
Totally
So
different.
I'll get off my soapbox right now. But yeah, I was just kind of
That's
I
a good
figured it was
soapbox.
going that way, but how they were asking some questions before they said that, I was like, oh, this person's gonna try to sell me on, oh, save 10%.
Yeah.
You get
So
that.
people, if you didn't catch it from Kilted, and I'm in the same boat, we believe in artists and creators. So hate to tell you, we believe they should get their royalties to the point where, and I've told people this before, if you want to go with some other service so you don't pay OpenSea the 2.5%, I'm still going to charge you the 10% because I will get to them myself.
Mhm.
Right? I'll deposit it in their wallet and say, hey, you deserve those royalties. Here's your 10% or whatever it is. Right?
Well, looks rare is only 2 instead of 2.5. So there's that.
Well, there's that. Right. But looks rare is a totally different beast because if you don't pay the looks rare thing, then you're taking it out of my pocket.
That is true.
So that guy was screwing not only your moral code, but he was also trying to take money out of your wallet. Because you could have said, just do it on looks rare.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Well, I do have an offer. I guess I have an offer for 18.01 right now.
Ooh, 18.
18. Nope.
Nope.
Actually, I'm thinking about canceling the 21.
Yeah, it's kind of an epic catfish.
Well,
So
because it is an epic catfish. And a week ago, I wasn't sure what was going to happen, that I might need to come up with some money. That's why I listed my goat. But with switching the algo and switching the other stuff that I switched, and with just the price going up a little bit, I don't have to worry about that now.
no,
So things
it all
change,
takes care of
and
itself.
yeah, which is what I believe in.
I told people we would let them know about our swing trading adventure, and then we're going to have to end our
Oh,
episode,
okay. Awesome.
right? Because we're getting late. So I was able to do a trade yesterday or whatever. I found money. It was like finding money in your pocket. We have so many different wallets, and one of the wallets I logged into had 0.37 ETH. I was really choked up about it.
It's so awesome. I was so excited for you.
And so I instantly tried to do a day trade, and I made $50. I only did like a small amount. I didn't do the whole thing.
Yeah. Is finding $1,000 in a wallet kind of like finding a 20 in your pants pocket, or is it a little more exciting?
No, it's the exact same feeling. So because crypto has the same value to me as $20 in my pocket. Right? Isn't that funny? Crypto has that kind of idea. So yeah, it was just like that. And I spent it right away. Just like I was like, oh, I found $5 here. I want a Kit Kat bar. Right? Like it was like bam. So yeah, did that. And then I listened to Chris Lifer, and he had a lot of interesting things to say. First time I've listened to a whole episode. Normally I'm really busy.
Yeah.
And does he always do like really cool things at the end?
I missed
Was
his
that
very
today?
end today.
Today towards the end, and maybe I'm wrong, but he was like doing his normal spiel and being like,
Mhm.
and then all of a sudden he's like, okay, we got 5 minutes left. Let me teach you the super awesome technique I learned in the forests of Brazil from a
Oh
shaman who knew
yes. Okay,
cryptocurrency.
I saw the start of that one, but I was driving and I felt like I needed to see the screen what he was talking about. So
Yes, you did.
I had
You had to see
stopped
the
it
screen.
and I planned on watching because yes, he'll do that sometimes. Like he'll be going and he'll get an idea and it'll just be like his admins will have to go through and cut it like welcome to my show. And if you like my vibe and he'll start doing all
Yes.
that and he'll do the whole thing and then they'll just cut it and then throw it on YouTube.
Yeah. Well, that's it. It was like
But
super focused,
that
and it was
last one
like,
sounded awesome.
oh, and then like he's like, okay, and here's another one for you. And he goes, I'm only doing this for the people who listened all the way through the episode. And he's like, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, fire, fire. So I took that money. I made money yesterday on it. I did 3 trades today with it. So again, I found that 0.37.
Mhm.
I broke it into 3 trades. One of them made my 10% and I didn't sell it because I'm an idiot. And
Learning
now
lesson.
I'm waiting on all 3 of them. So all 3 of them haven't popped yet, but I'm still confident, right?
Mhm.
Now there's one other cool thing though, not about swing trading at all. Could you hold up your left hand like this?
My left hand like
No,
this.
lower,
Yes.
lower, lower,
Okay.
lower, lower.
Oh,
Lower
Lord.
means down. Lower over to your left a little bit. The other way. Other way. Whoa, stop. Back over. All right, a little bit more, a little bit more. Oh, 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 oh. He keeps disappearing. When you were talking earlier, you kept making it show up.
Oh,
You
Ali's things. Ali's got a little sticker on his door.
you kept making it like appear in your hand. You were like talking like this, and it kept appearing in your hand.
That's awesome.
I'm like, it's Groot. It's Groot.
Is that a Groot? No, it's like a
It's like a fire thing.
It's like a McDuck hockey mask.
Well, either way, it was awesome.
Yeah,
It was
it's awesome.
awesome.
That's sweet. That's so. I thought you were having me do cup and handle.
And you made swing trades today too, right? Oh
Yes,
man, the
I
cup and
did.
handle. That was so funny.
That's what I thought you're trying to get me to do.
No,
So
no.
first, I think I might have said I learned a valuable lesson last time to start setting stop losses, right? Didn't I
Yeah,
say that
you
last
need.
time?
I thought you said the opposite. I thought you said you got screwed by a stop loss. And I was like,
No. I
no.
said I needed to set stop losses because I'm not paying attention and I'm lotting my so basically what Lifer was talking about it once. If you're setting your stop losses, so say 20% loss, you put 1,000 in, it sells for 800, like it doesn't do what you think it's going to do. You sell for 800, you're into trade again. So if you don't set that stop loss, like I have a couple trades that are $600 right now, but I'm not going to sell for a $400 loss. I'm just waiting.
Right.
So that money's tied up. And I've talked about my money being tied up in the Bitcoin long trade I did and an XRP long before everything came down. So me being me, I went, I'm not, I'm doing some 5x trades, some leverage 5x.
Sure.
So ape token, we were talking about that the other day. I'm like, well, sweet, I'm gonna get some ape. It's looking like it's gonna go up. I don't set my stop loss. I go to bed. I wake up in the morning. It's zero.
$1,000 gone.
$1,000 down the drain.
So that,
But
my friends, just so you know, that is why people don't margin trade. If you're wondering, when you margin trade, you can get huge, huge gains or go to zero overnight. So
Yep.
high risk, high reward, right?
Yep. So then, so today I did make a few trades. Now I did not learn my lesson. I just paid closer attention, but just today on two ape trades that I had, I pulled in almost $700 in just ape token trades today with the 5 long.
So you're almost back to zero.
I'm almost back to zero. I'm excited about that. I have a
Those
couple
darn
others
apes.
that I'm just waiting on. And but yeah, that was a success today, but I mean it's still down.
Which goes back to something that we've talked about from the very earliest days of the episode. People, you've got to be playing with money that you can afford to lose. It's got to be play money. So he lost that 1,000. You can see he's not crying. That was 1,000 he had to lose. The 1,000 I'm playing with swing trading was literally 1,000 I found in
Yeah.
my jeans pocket. I mean, it
Yeah.
wasn't in my jeans pocket, but it was in a hidden wallet.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so I mean, if you're doing any, and Lifer doesn't teach leverage at all. He'll talk a little bit about the 3 token, the 3L or the 3S,
yes,
which we've talked about, and that's a lot safer. But you're getting it's 3. You're playing with 3 times your money. You put in 1,000, you're playing with 3,000, which is nice.
yeah, you are, but you're not. Like I don't understand it at all,
Because
honestly.
the numbers are slightly different. It's not exactly 3.
Well, no, I don't understand it because, well, like take for example, right now, I'm in a 3 long on Sol. So Solana, I
Mhm.
have a 3 long, right?
Okay.
So I'm buying a 3 long token. It's
Yep.
just a token,
That's tied to Solana.
but it's tied to Solana, but it was 8 cents.
Mhm.
So it's not any variation of what Solana is, because Solana right now is trading at $90,
Mhm.
right? So
Yeah,
it's
so
like
KuCoin
it
has
is,
their
but
little
it's not,
whatever. They have their little formula to make it
right?
or to make it.
Well, because it said that's the value of that token
Mhm.
is 3 times the Solana,
Mhm.
but it's not like when you're trading it, it's just a normal token, right?
Mhm.
So I'm trading it at 8 cents. Now, I guess the question would be if Solana goes up by 1, will Solana 3 go up by 3?
Yeah.
And right now,
If
that's not the case. Right now, it's double. So, like if you look at Solana, it's 1.1% up. And if you look at the 3L, it's 2.9 up.
1.32, so it's not quite 3. But
No,
even when
actually,
you
it
do
looks like it's getting closer to 3 right now as we talk.
even when you do the leverage, so I think I have 2 leverage trades out right now that I'm just waiting on. Let's look.
Yeah.
So I have 2, both of them were clicked as 5. My basic attention token is actually 5.4x, it says, like
Okay.
as my trade, which I only clicked 5. And my BTC is a 6.82, which was only supposed to be a 5.
I think the BTC is a good long trade. Like if I had, you know, if I had 100,000 right now that I could afford to lose, I would do BTC long, I think.
I was debating on that, taking some of my profits. And I mean, although when a lot of people are saying it, that you got to wonder, but a lot of people think that we've hit the bottom and it's not going to go crazy, crazy low again. So if that's the case, if you're holding some longs, like just
Well,
throwing
let
it
me
in
ask you
there.
this. With all of your analysis, your experience in the crypto market, thoughts on Bitcoin hitting 60,000, say this year?
I if
If you had to
I would
put a percentage on it,
I would say 100%.
100% that it's going to hit 60.
My belief, what I've seen, yep.
Yeah. And I think I'm in a similar boat. I'm fairly confident it's going to hit 60.
Mhm.
So if you're fairly confident it's going to hit 60, then doing a 3 long or a 5 long.
The issue is I don't know if we're going to see 30 again. I don't think, which thinking isn't the analysis. I mean, you can never tell what's going on. There could be some black swan event which gets
Right.
rocked out. People think that the Russia stuff's already in. People think that the Fed hike raise is already priced in. All that stuff is already priced in. But you never know if there's what is it, 5 million or 50 million people on lockdown in China right now because they have a zero COVID tolerance. So,
Right.
we
Right.
don't know. We don't know how bad it is. That it's not a thing right now. The war is the thing. But if COVID comes back or roaring back,
Like maybe that's the thing.
mhm. So I'm not confident enough to put it into something that could go to zero. I'm not confident enough to take all my money and do that. And if I see things start to fall, I'm gonna take some profits, and I'm gonna take some profits on the way up anyways, which is smart to
Right.
do.
No, I agree. I think it's smart too. All right, people, we've gone way long. Thank you so much for joining us for our Kilted Balls podcast. Please hit the like button and subscribe if you've made it this long. And this is
Mhm.
Ballbuster signing out.
To Dragon Jer, love you all.